explain. But first, if you're one of those, you're not a real gamer if you play games on easy mode people, you can scoot right along there, Buster. Because listen, I love video games. I'm also very bad at video games. I am a big kid with a big kid job and responsibilities like car payments, and I don't have time to be good at video games. Side note, we are not hating on people that make video games a priority. If being good at video games is one of your priorities, what an excellent way to spend your downtime. I am flabbergasted by your skills. It's just not one of my priorities. I have many skills in this life, but beating Hollow Knight mini bosses is not one of them. I don't want a challenge. Life is hard enough. I want a cool interactive story. You know what happens is I get frustrated on a fight I can't beat, and I end up giving up, and I lose out on so much cool story. Video game creators, this is my plea to you. / on with the story. Easy modes, please. Thank you.
How about a doorbell?
All video games need easy modes.
Pause. Jeez Louise. Is the sound coming in, guys? Let me make sure the sound is good. Yes, we're good. We got sound. How is everybody doing? This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday. I wanted to start the video off with what this young lady or whatever it is that she considers herself to be, out of respect. She took to her TikTok and Twitter, whatever these little sites that you guys like to be on all day. She took to her social media account and she wanted to talk directly to the developers by telling them that all video games need easy mode. And the reason she said that all video games need an easy mode is because she's an adult. She doesn't have time. She's not looking for a challenge. What else did she say that I thought was completely egregious? What did she say?
Story. You know what happens is I get frustrated on a fight I can't beat, and I end up giving up, and I lose.
There you go. She gets frustrated on a fight that she cannot beat, and she ends up giving up. This person
out on so much cool story.
And she misses out on so much cool story, man. I saw a lot of, what was concerning for me is I saw a lot of people on social media that were claiming to be gamers was actually following in a woman's lead, which I found highly concerning. Now, reckon, you buy your game, you go out there and you pay your $60 for that Wii U port. You go out there and play $70 for God knows what on the PlayStation 5 exclusive. You go out there and you spend $9.99 to get access to hundreds of games for $9.99 a month, right? Now, whatever you do when you purchase that thing, I don't give a gosh darn what you do. You can take the disc and literally wipe the crevices of your anal canal. I don't care. I do not care what you do with your game. If you want to take the game and you want to put it on easy, that is no problem with me. Shoot, I don't care. Listen, this is what I do when I buy PlayStation exclusives. I use them as coasters. You can run down to your local GameStop. You can get the newest installments of some newest PlayStation exclusive. And I buy it's like $10. It's cheaper than buying coasters at Walmart. I take that coaster, bow, put them right in the living room. Boom. When guests come over and they got their beer or their drinks and they're taking their drinks and they're putting it down on the table, I go, what are you doing? What's up, Zoe? What's up? Put that cup on a coaster, man. What are you doing? Oh, I don't see any coasters, Obi. All I see is a stack of PlayStation exclusives. Yeah, take that. Yeah, take that God of War and put your drink on top of that bad boy. What? That's God of War, man. Jeff Keighley gave it Game of the Year, man. Listen, I don't care what you do with the damn game. I don't care if you want to collect the trophies, if you don't, if you just want to play 3 minutes of the game. I don't care. I don't care. I play my games on hard. I do. I play a lot of my games on hard. And I'm not saying that. I know a lot of people are going to take it as an offense towards them that when I play my games on hard, that, you know, especially if they play the games on easy or if they're playing some type of children's game, an easy game, and trying to disguise themselves as a gamer because they're playing Kirby or Yoshi's Woolly World. But no, I tend to, especially if it's a game that I like. Ever since I was a little kid, if I was playing a game that I really, really freaking enjoyed, I would put that bad boy to the hardest, and I would see if I can complete the game on its hardest difficulty. I remember I started doing that when I was playing the SmackDown wrestling games, and I found myself fighting the computer, and it was to the point where I was just too good for the computer, even though I extremely enjoyed the game. So what I would do was just crank it up to the ultimate difficulty. And not only that, you know, boosting it up to the ultimate difficulty. And the reason why the computer became easy is because I was playing with my friends when I was playing the SmackDown wrestling games. And my friends were 10 times better than the computer. So what I would do is crank up the difficulty in order to prepare myself to fight against my buddies and my pals and my friends. I'll crank it up to hard. And then when they come over, they notice my skills get better. Then I did that in the SmackDown games. I would do that in Street Fighter. I would do that in the basketball games I used to play back in the day. But I'm not saying this to be boasting or braggadocious or cocky. I'm not trying to do that. But to sit here and to tell developers that all the games need to be easy. And the reason that we need to make it easy is because I personally cannot enjoy your freaking amazing story in God of War, man. The only games that I really know that are hard, that really doesn't have a difficulty setting, this is just off the top of my head, and that is the Soul series. The Soul series is one of the most challenging games on the market right now. I don't think they're necessarily too difficult. But for somebody that's coming in and they might have a certain perspective or way that they would like to play, Dark Souls or Bloodborne and Demon Souls are going to tell you, no, this is the way you need to play our game. And not only that, I don't like when people come out and say that all video games need an easy mode, because I feel like that stifles creativity. Because in my opinion, I believe that video games are art. I remember that was a big thing a couple years ago amongst the gaming community, that video games were art. Especially when I look at the games like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne. They're some of the most artistic games that I believe on the planet. This is what the developer wanted. He had it envisioned. And he was able to demonstrate it through pixels and zeros and ones and a Blu-ray disc. I don't want to stifle the creativity. And you can notice when games have all these easy to hard options, usually easy to normal options. You don't even have a hard mode unless you beat the game. I just notice lack of creativity. I just see a game where I go, where I see people in a room with a bunch of suits saying, how can we target more customers? Is that a bad thing? No. That is not a bad thing. I understand that we need to make money. But the reason why I gravitate more to the Japanese game is because I feel like the Japanese game, Japanese creators, it's not really about the buck. Now, lately, it has with big companies like Square Enix, Capcom, and things of that such. And thus you start to see a drop in quality when it pertains to Square Enix and Capcom, even though I think Capcom is bringing the heat now. But it's still not the same Capcom that I saw 20 years ago. But yes, young lady, I'm sorry, I cannot follow in your footsteps on whatever it is that you're trying to boycott here or get these developers to see your videos. And then all of us, you know, the developers are very, you know, we got to listen to the ladies, we got to listen to the women, we got to listen to the ladies, we got to protect women. And, you know, and I understand we are in that era, in that generation, but listen, the main reasons we play video games, the main reason I play video games is not to boast and brag and be cocky on Twitter and showing off my trophies. That's not gaming to me. The main reason that I play video games is not to try to impress people on social media or even in the real world who don't even freaking like me. I literally have people that are literally watching this channel just so I can say something that they don't agree with so that they can't like me. Ever since I first stepped on YouTube, it has been like that. So I decided that I'm going to make my channel the way I want to make it. And if you don't like it, you can kick rocks. Go watch the Kind of Funny podcast with Greg Miller, that person that claims to be a black person, and the other crazy cast of characters. They'll sit there and fluff up your tails. But no, the main reason that I play a video game is because I am looking for that challenge. I am looking to overcome this obstacle. I am looking to win. I consider myself the ultimate competitor. I always want to be the best, even if it's against a simulation, an AI. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Zobi70, your gracious host. Welcome to the X-Tendo podcast, episode 25. And our topic today is hold on, let me acknowledge the chat room. Let me acknowledge the chat room first before we get started. 100 is here. My ninjas, all my ninjas are here. Cool Jen is here. Nova is here. I play video games to learn and get better. Yeah. I mean, ever since day one. Ever since day one, that was it. I was always looking to overcome the challenge. Even when I'm playing Street Fighter and I'm playing against a human person. I remember my boy JT. Shout out, much love and respect to my boy JT. We were good friends back in the day, and we became good friends because we would play Street Fighter. Capcom versus SNK 2. He would pick Ryu, I would pick Ken Masters. And he kicked my butt for 4 hours straight. 4 hours straight. And the thing that made me want to come back and fight him over and over and over, because I was losing. I just kept losing to him. And I said, I want to figure out how to beat JT. I remember one time I got him good too. I remember I got him clean. Anyway, that's besides the fact. My boy Zaylis, video games should have the risk and reward factor, not having a constant easy mode. Yes. And the reason she's saying that all these games need easy mode is because she's too busy. See, this is how stereotypes are created. And then if you put the stereotype on a woman, she's going to get upset. Right? I'm not saying she doesn't allow to have a voice, but the reason that you're saying that you want easy mode on Dark Souls and all these other games is because you don't have time. You're an adult. You're busy. I don't want to challenge, and I want to enjoy your story. And I'm sorry, I haven't seen a great story in the video games since 20 years ago when Square Enix was coming out with those plethora of JRPGs when they had Monolith Soft working at Square Enix creating their games. It's the last time I was really enthralled in the story. The Yakuza series has great stories. There's exceptions to the norm, but I'm just trying to remember a time where I just thought the stories were really blowing my freaking mind. Shout out to Mickey Saito. Yo! I play video games to have fun and to challenge myself. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the majority of us here are all on one page. But we cannot allow the outsiders to make the normal, to make the unnormal normal. Young lady, if you want to play on easy, I have no problem with that. But to tell developers that they have to stifle creativity because they have to make sure that we have to get an easy mode in there, now we're kind of stomping on Sony territory. Now we're kind of sitting in a room. Now I picture it now. I can see Jim Ryan at the head of the table, and Jim Ryan is basically saying, okay, Insomniac, I know you guys make Infamous and you make Sly Cooper, but listen, screw all that. What I want you to do is make a Ubisoft game and put it in a Japanese setting. And make sure you have all these difficulty options. And then guess what? We're going to resell the game a year later. Oh, I just saw Free Guy. Did you guys see Free Guy? Oh, Dirty, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to miss donations on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I get locked in. My anal canal starts getting tight. Boom, right here. I heard there was a lot of Sony chatter on Grindr. For some strange reason, there's a lot of Sony chatter on Grindr for some reason. That's funny. Very good. Very good. DC, the truth is here. Default difficulty or harder is the way to play. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Cool Gents in the building. Zombie, respect. Zombie records are made to be broken. Capcom SNK voice. That's what she failed to understand. Also, I want another Def Jam fight for New York. They made another one for the Xbox 360. It was kind of bad. Remember that one? Did you ever play that? You were able to mix and master mid battle and then bring in the "We Fly High." No lie, I played that once and then I got rid of it. Remember that game? But I would love to see Def Jam Fight for New York come back in the older style, like the second one. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on in hip hop. I don't know what characters. Do you guys want to play as a 50-year-old Snoop Dogg? I don't know, Do you guys want to play as a 50-year-old Eminem, Do you want to play as Jay-Z with those crazy looking dreadlocks? Do you want to play as that beige rapper Drake? I don't know, man. Who you gonna have? Who's that era is gone, of the I don't know what you would call that, the early 2000s where, you had this, everybody had their own coast. It was the South, the East, the West. And then you had all these elaborate characters, like Ludacris was down South. And then you had, NWA on the West Coast. And then you had all these, and I don't think we see that anymore because everybody is the same. You know what I mean? I guess I would pick Kendrick Lamar. I don't know. I guess I'll just create my own character. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going off on a side tangent. But listen, young lady, I have nothing against you. I would never follow the footsteps of a woman. No disrespect. I would never go preach it, sister. I apologize. I will not, because I know where that goes, and it's more about your feelings than the artistry of it all. Everything that she said was pertaining to how she felt, and I understand that, because that's what it is. But I don't want to lose contact of art, and that's what I feel like is great about this generation of gaming, is because I feel like the artistry is coming back, and the companies that are more focused on creating the easy modes and making more money are the ones that I feel like are slipping. Call of Duty, the Assassin's Creed series, all the games that I thought were trash 10 years ago. And I was telling people we need to get more connected with the Japanese games, and everybody gave me an extended middle finger. Now more people are more open nowadays, thanks to the Nintendo Switch and Phil Spencer and Gamepass. So more people are more open to experimenting with different games, and that is a beautiful thing. This is the best generation of gaming ever, and I stand by that, even though I am very, very, very sensitive when it pertains to the late 90s. That was very iconic as well. Anyway, today's episode, here we go. What is the topic? I don't even know my own daggone topic. What is this? Let's see. Are you guys voting? I put a poll up. Are you guys hitting the like button as well? 343 Industries and Game Pass is making Microsoft look bad. The Xbox guys are gonna get me. They're gonna be so mad, right? The Xbox guys are gonna jump on me. How dare you say that, Zilby? How dare? Listen, man, this is a Pro Troop channel, man. I have no friends. I have no buddies. I'm not looking to make friends. I am just a guy that is trying to keep order and balance within the gaming community. If I lose friends and acquaintances and things of that such over how I feel about a certain toy and things of that such, then so be it. I have to follow the Most High more than I follow man. You guys know that. Today's episode, we're going to ride Microsoft, are we not? I know this is a podcast where we dedicate ourselves to glorifying Nintendo and Microsoft. I know that, but listen, I call everybody out, man. I called out Nintendo because of $60 Wii ports that are selling like hotcakes. I was able to outsell Call of freaking Duty. And number 3 on that list was Monster Hunter Stories. Halo Infinite August dev updates, tech preview, overall a success, but 343 is aware of the issues and solving them. Already worked out a 1-year roadmap post-launch. No campaign made, no campaign co-op at launch. No Forge at launch. No release date yet. Holiday 2021. I think I saw this, yesterday? And Grindr blew up yesterday because of the Sony fanboys. The Sony fanboys exploded on Grindr yesterday. Grindr, Twitter, Clubhouse. My God, they went off. I didn't even see the Sony fanboys in weeks. I couldn't find not one Sony fanboy. And then as soon as they were able to grab no campaign co-op at launch, my God, they came out of nowhere. was like, God, I didn't even think you guys still existed. I thought the community was dismantled after the pathetic display that we saw after E3, during E3. No games during the holiday seasons. Giving 9s and 10s to a director's cut that's only 3 hours long. I haven't seen them. I mean, I have seen them. I saw them paragliding. I saw them watching the Olympics, as one of the cool nerdians said in the chat room not too long ago. They were cheering for the USA, watching the Olympics. They were what were they? They were doing all types of things, man. They were watching their backlog on HBO Max and Netflix. But boom, no couch co-op at launch. And my God, they podcasts start returning. I haven't seen podcasts. I haven't seen a PlayStation podcast in weeks. All of a sudden, they popped up again. Wow, hey, we're back. We're here. Microsoft is terrible because they don't have co-op for Halo. Oh my God. I don't know. I to be honest, I don't have a foot in this battle. And I don't like talking about things I don't know about. But I'm going to give you my perspective as a guy who's kind of on the outside looking in. A guy that is extremely interested in Halo Infinite ever since we got that trailer. And yes, even with that Gorilla Grodd looking character, he was, the Sony fanboys are pausing it second by second just to find some flaws within the graphics. And that's the reason why 343's studios decided to delay it. I wish they didn't, because what I saw looked good. But if they're going to make the game better, then that's cool. But listen, I'm just a guy on the outside looking in. My favorite Halo game is Halo 1 Combat Evolved. That was the only Halo game that I ever got into. And I consider I will put that game in my top 50 to 100 games of all time. And it's very hard to make that list of Zombie70's top list. But just the impact of what Halo was at that time, because I didn't even at that time, I didn't like first-person shooters. I remember I was extremely upset that they made Metroid Prime into a first-person shooter. I was extremely upset. And I'm playing I think there's only like 3 first-person shooters that I ever liked in my entire life, and that was that's Duke Nukem back on the PlayStation 1, Left 4 Dead, and Halo Combat Evolved. And the reason I loved Halo Combat Evolved so much is because it reminded me of a movie that came out in the late 90s called Starship Troopers. And I was like, oh my God, this is Starship Troopers. Like, it felt exactly like, from the armor they were wearing, the soldiers were wearing, to the large vehicles you can drive around and you can shoot the things. And I thought this was freaking amazing. And there was couch co-op, and I was able to play with my buddies. And Zombie70 loves a co-op game, man. I'll play anything on co-op. I don't care what it is. I'll play Rippy Bits co-op. You know what I mean? Here, take this piece of paper, and then we're gonna rip this together. I'll play Ilskin Escalators on co-op. I'll flip a quarter, heads or tails, co-op. Doesn't matter. I love co-op. You know what I mean? Halo Combat Evolved. I thought it was the most groundbreaking thing I've ever enjoyed in my entire life. I thought it was amazing. And then Halo 2 came out, and I fell off of the series. I remember I was excited. I remember it was the launch night. I was there at launch night at GameStop. It was a super long line. I was living in Arizona at the time. And I was standing in line to go get, I was standing in line with my cousins and them, my friends, and we were going to go get Halo Combat Evolved. And I remember the guy came out with a bag. He was the first guy to go into the store and get it. And I remember he came out, and somebody in the crowd said, "Show us the game! Show us the game!" And the guy took it out of his bag and he showed it. And we were like, "Yeah, Halo! Halo 2!" And I just remember getting it and then coming back to the crib, and then we were playing it, and I was just like, I just wasn't feeling it no more. And ever since then, I just never really got back into the Halo franchise. But when I saw that Halo Infinite gameplay, it was taking me back to playing Halo 1. It reminded me of Halo 1 all over again. And I'm definitely looking forward to this game. I will be buying the game cold hard cash. Bow! $60. And then not only that, I'm going to be dropping an extra $20. Just here, take it. Give it to Microsoft. That's what I do. I don't mind. I feel robbed when Sony is forcing me to pay $70. But if a company is offering me a game that I think that they did an outstanding job with, I'll throw in an extra couple dollars to the. I did that with Zelda Breath of the Wild. I said, here, take. I felt like I was robbing GameStop. They were like that'll be $59.99. And I said, what? Not for how great and amazing this game looks. There's no way. Here, take an extra $30. Go. Here, you know? And the outrage for, and listen, I'm being objective, and that's all I can be. And the outrage for the no campaign co-op at launch, I believe, is a 1000% nothing burger. I think it's a nothing burger. I think it's nothing. I think Sony fanboys are once again digging themselves in another ditch. They never learn. They never learn. Every single thing that they've been grasping at, they've been grasping for so many straws, so many negativities at Microsoft, to the point where they're literally just grabbing for nothing now. And it just makes the community look extremely pathetic. And I'm so glad that I'm not officiated or a part of that community, because they are a bunch of desperate, over 30 freaking weirdos. I'm afraid to see these guys in the next 20 years. I am. I'm afraid. No co-op for story mode at launch? Are you kidding me? They'll be patching it in later. All right, cool. So what? Microsoft and 343 Industries doesn't have to delay the game because I can't go through the story mode with my buddy? How the hell does the Sony fanboy have any right to say anything? How in their ever-loving minds do they have anything to say when it pertains to co-op or multiplayer or even a freaking game? They don't even buy their games. I mean, what is going on? This person pretty much sums it up for me. No co-op at launch is less than ideal, right? But at least it won't be added in a director's cut for $30. How in the hell does the Sony fanboy have any right to demand better from Microsoft? And they don't even demand better for themselves. That, my friend, is somebody that you need to stay far away from. Sony fanboys, why won't you just come out and say that you are Microsoft fanboys? Just say it, because you are more concerned what Microsoft is doing than what Sony is doing. And it shows in the numbers. It shows in the numbers. You have a 10 million users gone, just gone from the PlayStation. Where did they go? PlayStation Plus subscriptions are dropping like flies. Nobody's buying PlayStation 4s anymore. Nobody can get access to the PlayStation 5. And even if you did, I don't even think you mother flippers would buy it. We've moved on past PlayStation. PlayStation is an old thing. It's blown its load. It's over. Oh, and don't let those Ghost of Tsushima director's cut sales come out, because we will be back. Don't you let that game flop again. This is complete insanity. I'm angry with Twitter's fake uproar by the fans and ponies begging for the game to be delayed. And here's why. Devs are working very hard, pushing for a release on 5 Xbox consoles, PC and phone, trying to unite everything so everyone can play and have a solid experience. Those 2 features, Forge, I don't even know what Forge is, and co-op are coming 3 to 6 months after launch. 343 are not crunching employees, and I love that. We are still in a gosh darn pandemic. You can preach about the mental health and then go on a mental, hold on. You can't preach about mental health and then go mental on Twitter. You can't have it both ways. People cry about missing features at launch, but are happy to give Ratchet & Clank a 6-hour single player experience. 10 out of 10. How many games are Sony going to keep making that are only 6 hours long? We had Spider-Man, Miles Morales. We had Ratchet & Clank. We had Ghost of Tsushima. What's going on over there? Sony's rushing out this product so freaking fast. They're the ones that need to delay their games. You got these games that came out. They should have been, Ratchet & Clank should have been delayed. The way you saw all those bugs I was able to show on this channel. Returnal should have been delayed from all those freaking bugs. Amazing Lucas, a diehard PlayStation fan, was calling in the PlayStation, asking to get his money back because the game is not finished. And everybody had a problem with Amazing Lucas and not with PlayStation. The beautiful thing about all this is that Sony is not making any money from any of these games that they're making because the fanboys are full of crap. I love it. That's the beautiful thing. There was something else that this person, I don't like assuming people's identities. There was something else I saw that it was extremely dope. It was oh no, that's something else. Yeah. Yeah. In my opinion, this is a nothing burger. Microsoft, release it. Release Halo Infinite. It's time. It is time. Let's go. Release it. It's go time. I don't care anymore. I don't care what that gorilla character looks anymore. I don't care. Let's go. Drop it. As soon as Halo is dropped, the world will stop and PlayStation is finished. Let's go. It's time. It is time. Let's go. I want to dive into that story mode. I don't give a damn how having co-op or not. I want to dive into that multiplayer. I know it's going to be lit. It is time. The same way that Nintendo dropped that Zelda Breath of the Wild and changed the world, changed gaming on its axis. It's the same thing that Halo Infinite is going to do. Combined with Forza Horizon 5 and that $9.99 Game Pass access to hundreds of games. Not only that, you can get Halo Infinite on launch for free thanks to Game Pass and Forza Horizon as well. It's go time. It's go time, Microsoft. Let's finish them. Let's finish them. Let's go. Also, Microsoft, I'm looking forward to your Gamescom August 24th. Let's finish them. Let's go. That's enough. That's enough of being Mr. Nice Guy now. It's time to finish them. currently on PlayStation. PlayStation subscribers are dropping like flies. Over 10 million people are not playing their PlayStation 4s anymore, or PlayStation period. PlayStation 4 and 5. Games are not selling worth a gosh darn. Let's go. The writing is on the wall. Let's go. Xbox and Nintendo. That's all you need. How you guys doing in the chat room? You all right? Sony to stop lying about console sales because game sales just don't add up. Zobi, the great one. Can you give a shout out for Mr. CM Punk? Exactly. Shout out to CM Punk. One of my all-time favorite wrestlers, top 3. He's back in AEW and looks like he's going to make an impact. Impact players, man. Great people are just going to be great no matter what. Shout out to CM Punk, man. They need friends to play video games. Sad life for a Sony fanboy. Yeah. How's the chat room doing? Y'all got all right? Who in the world actually uses co-op in campaign mode anymore? I know the Sony fanboys don't. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. Hold on. Check this out. Hold on. I'm glad you said that. Where's my articles? I feel like I'm missing articles or something. Here it is. J-Rock. Look at this. Listen, I bet y'all didn't even know this. I bet y'all didn't even know this. I bet you didn't even know that Last of Us 2 was intended to have multiplayer. I bet y'all didn't even know that. That's how quiet it was within the community. That's how quickly IGN, GameSpot, the Sony fanboys, Jim Ryan, they were, who cares, man? It's not a big freaking deal. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Love how the Xbox community is voicing their opinions and concerns today, unlike a certain fanboys who've gone silent on Last of Us 2 factions. I remember. Never showed up. Now the Sony, IGN, GameStop, Push Square, now they're going within the database and they're finding out that there's multiplayer. Does that mean that multiplayer is coming, man? If it does come, it's going to be offered to you in a director's cut, and you have to pay an extra $10 to $20 to $30 to get access to it. Meanwhile, when it pertains to Microsoft and their co-op, it's all free, Game Pass or not. You bought our game, we're going to find every way to make gaming more easy, more accessible for you. And that's the way gaming should be. I mean, it's only members that do not understand they're playing a dirty game. This continues to dig them deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. I remember the Last of Us 2 factions. It was leaked when the ending of the game was leaked before launch, and the gaming media ignored it. These clowns didn't ignore the Halo leak stuff. Yeah, I mean, the leaks didn't even come out, and they yet, and people were already, everyone tried to forget about the awful game like every Sony exclusive gets forgotten a week later. Did you see Ghost of Tsushima? Did anybody even talk about Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut? I know Sony even said it was a ripoff. Pro Sony sites were like, hey, I can't. Right here, look. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Even Push Square is like, oh, not looking good, Sony. Ghost of Tsushima Sorry, it's Sony comes up with these crazy looking names for their games. They're more tongue twisters than they are things that they can just roll off of the mouth. You walk up at the GameStop, you're confusing the GameStop employee. Hey, can I get the you know what? Screw it. Let me get a Nintendo game. You know, let me get a Mario game, right? Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cup is superb. Please, superb. And I really hate when these gaming media use these really big, extravagant words for games that are completely garbage. I am concerned about the gaming media more than I've ever been concerned in my entire life than right now. Ever since Uncharted 4, man, they have been using some of the biggest words that you can't even pronounce. You're like, what is for Ghost of Tsushima? A game that everybody dropped within 2 to 3 days? It had a heavy, I won't say that it dropped 2 to 3 days. There was heavy chatter on Grindr. Yes, there was. But Sony shouldn't be charging extra for PS5 upgrade. Yeah. Yeah, but when I said it, it was trolling. But when Sony says it, or pro Sony sites, it's the truth. We feel like the initial take has been validated. Simply put, Sony shouldn't be charging extra for Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut PS4 to PS5 upgrade. It's ridiculous. 3 hours of content? Indeed, the tech heads at Digital Foundry agree. In their last video, they go over everything that Director Cut does on the PS5, and they arrive at the same conclusion. It's sad that when Zoe 70 says it, it's trolling, but when Digital Foundry, that is a fanboy site. I don't care what anybody says. Digital Foundry be the main ones crying, man, you fanboys are so toxic, man. That is a fanboy site. If I put up a poll and I say, what game is better, Starfield or Horizon Forbidden West, you guys are going to call me out and say, yo, you're inciting fanboy wars, man. You're inciting negativity, man. But if they literally take the Xbox or the PlayStation version and then put the squiggly lines up there and then they start counting the frames, the thing is that nobody gives a gosh darn when it pertains to video games, when it pertains to gaming as a whole. Nobody cares about frame rates and resolutions and 4Ks. Why do I say that? Because Zelda Skyward Sword, a Wii port, outsold the competition within bulk. So when I look at you putting up these squiggly lines and testing the Xbox version, this version, you can't even freaking tell the difference unless there was a line or something there or some numbers to tell you that it looked better, but you can't tell the freaking difference. I do know that it looks better on the Xbox because the Xbox Series S is the most powerful console on the market, the better console on the market. You're going to have the best exclusives, and not only that, you're going to have the best multi-plats as well. Your PlayStation can barely even stay on longer for an hour. Luckily, you don't play your games for longer than an hour on the PlayStation, but still, you got the PlayStation on for longer for an hour. All of a sudden, you start seeing screen tearing, game-breaking glitches. The console has to shut off because it's overheated. You barely know which side to put the PlayStation on, the front, the back. What due to the terrible construction of the console? I mean, what's going on? What else? Yeah. This really pissed me the freak off. This really made me angry. If there's something that really chapped my ass this week, this was the article right here. I cannot stand. Did you guys see Free Guy? the new Ryan Reynolds movie, outstanding movie, one of the greatest movies of all time. Did you guys see that? There was a character in Free Guy that reminded me of Sony. He was so Sony to the T. He did it. He broke down the whole director's cut debacle that's going over there at PlayStation right now and charging $70 games. There was a scene in there where he was like, yo, man, what we're going to do is we're going to cancel the first game, and then we're going to resell the game and call it 2. I said, oh, my God. Yo, is anybody watching? Y'all got to watch Free Guy, man. I'm going to do a conspiratorial podcast on Free Guy, and we're going to really get into it. You have to see Free Guy. I'm sorry, no. You mandatory. Let me go to my chat room. Did you guys see it? Wisdom Sparks is here. Sony can't keep getting away with this insult. Yeah, they can't. Whoa. We got a donator. Soup Kitchen. Hold on. Boom, there it is. Bow! Soup Kitchen. Soup Kitchen, thank you so much for the donation, man. Very appreciated every week. You're the man. You're the man. Like I said, if you need anything from me, hit me up on my emails at coolnerdsamerica@gmail.com. I got you, man. You want to come on the show, be a host. You want to play some video games. You want to play some co-op in Halo when the new co-op drops. Pretty soon we're going to be doing, I don't know if you like anime games, but pretty soon we're going to be doing my tour on Demon Slayer. And if you want to be the first one to come into the tournaments, there's going to be a lot of people rushing in to partake in these tournaments. If you want to be the first one in and the only one in, I got you, brother. Whatever you need, let me know. Sony selling the same games with different artwork and have the nerve to call a director's cut. Come on. Wake up, Sony fanboys. Yeah, and nobody has still told me who the director is for Ghost of Tsushima. And I think that is a very important question that I'm asking right now. I'm not asking what company made it. I'm asking, Sony put director's cut on the label. They didn't say company cut. I get it. And Sony Mac made it, and they made 2 mediocre games that didn't sell. So what? In 3 hours, and I still haven't got to Iki Island. They talk way. What, you bought that, Miguel? Miguel, I like you a lot, but I have a policy. I cannot allow you to complain when I already told you not to buy it. You know? I'm not saying these things because it's not trolling. I'm telling you, watch Free Guy. They break down the Sony. I like you, Miguel, and I'm not saying this to come at you. You know, sometimes people think, and I know I could be a bit of an a-hole at times. I like you a lot, but I'm telling you, we have a policy here. You lucky I got to you first, because the chat room, if the chat room would have saw that, they would have turned up. Those guys in that chat room are killers. They are. They're savages. They'll destroy you. But no, you're lucky I got to you first, you know? Free Guy was a good movie. Oh my God, that was so good. I went to go see it yesterday. This has really pissed me off with PlayStation. I was so mad. PlayStation Studios boss, I'm pretty sure that's Gene Ryan. I encourage our teams to be fiercely daring. What the hell does that mean, man? What? What is he talking about? What is going on over there at Sony? What? This is the same guy that grabbed Insomniac and told them that they had to make a Ubisoft game with Ghost of Tsushima. This is the same guy that made the creators of Days Gone I think it's called Days Gone. Days Gone, and they wanted to make another game, but they wanted to make a sequel to Days Gone, and they told him, no, go work on The Last of Us 1 remaster or remake. This is the same company that got rid of the only fiercely daring developers in the Japanese studios. Got rid of them all, fired them all, got them off the pay grade. This is the same guy that is bringing heavy restrictions between Japanese games, stifling creativity. What is he talking about? Why is he using these liberal words? Well, who is he talking to? This is the guy that's pushing all types of agendas within our games. I didn't see any type of fiercely daring creativity within The Last of Us 2. Is this fiercely daring? Is this more of a code word to let people know that we're going to go extremely liberal? Is this what this is? Are we going to be seeing the most toxically liberal stuff that we've ever seen in our entire life? The Last of Us 2 just is nothing compared to what we're going to see in Horizon Zero Dawn. It's nothing what we're going to see in the next God of War. This really chaps my ass, and I have to come up with these examples because I don't even know what the hell fiercely daring means. What does that mean? You're making games where they're movies, quote unquote games. These aren't games. I don't give nobody props for playing no PlayStation exclusives, getting platinums for PlayStation exclusives. I don't give nobody no props because they're not games. I give more people props for beating Zelda Skyward Sword a Wii port. I go, oh, wow, that was pretty cool. Good job, man. Better man than me. My God, what a joke. What else? Oh, IGN. IGN is back, guys. IGN is back. Even they wanted to pop up their little hey big head. Even they wanted to pop up after the co-op debacle, the Nothing Burger. We discussed our predictions of Gamescom 2021, speculating on what we could see next week from both Sony and Microsoft. Why is Sony in the title? Is Sony going to be at Gamescom? Hold on. I'm off sometimes. I know I'd be on 99% of the time, but at 1% of the time I can be off, and people are going to call me out. Let me go to the chat room. You guys will know better than me. Is Sony going to be at Gamescom? Oh, hold on. We got a donator. Boom. Zalis. Thank you so much for the donation, brother. Just think, the initial price was $60 for a game nobody asked for. Now it's $10 extra for features that shouldn't be free. that should be free. Excuse me. No, they won't be at Gamescom, right? Why is IGN bringing up Sony for Gamescom and what to expect? There's nothing to expect. They're not going to be there. There's no games. I'm tired of these misleading articles. These misleading and misguiding articles. You're misguiding gamers. And yet we continue to run to these misguiders every time they drop a review score. Quickly run to Metacritic to see what the accumulation of scores are going to be. And yet they're all paid shields for Sony. Brand Smith with the donates. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Did you hear about Sony wanting to bring more Japanese studios after getting destroyed by Nintendo with their Japanese sales? Yeah, Sony can say whatever, but I want to see some movement, man. And by that, by more Japanese studios, they mean like multi-plats. or acquiring the exclusive rights to a Japanese game for like 3 or 4 months, and then it'll be on the Xbox Game Pass for free. That's what they mean. But no, Sony has been trying to get away from Japanese studios, going all the way back to the PlayStation 2. Sony has been trying to get away from them. But no, who are they going to acquire? Who are they going to acquire? What studios are going to acquire? They've broken up and dismantled their own studio. Why would they dismantle the studio and then bring them back? They should have. That just sounds like a company that's just really not focused. They're not prepared. Why would anybody invest their money with a company that's willing to get rid of a company and then bring them back? It sounds like that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. Who are they going to invest in? These Japanese studios? Who? I tell you. Capcom? Capcom's not making exclusives for them anymore. Neither is Square Enix. They might get an exclusive deal. They not put it on the Xbox within a few months, but it's going to come. And who cares? They can have Square Enix. One thing that will bother me, though, is that, which is not going to happen, if they got Monster Hunter, I'd be like, hey, wait a minute. But that's never going to happen. Monster Hunter actually sold less on the PlayStation than it sold like gangbusters on the Nintendo Switch. It's not going to happen. They were only able to muster up, I think, 4 million just by the PlayStation alone. But on the Nintendo Switch version, it was able to do 7. It's on its way to almost 10 million. It'd be a bad business move, in my opinion, if Capcom was to do that deal. Or, oh my God, what if PlayStation got Dragon's Dogma? Oh no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm talking like the Sony fanboys coming up with all these crazy, cryptic, you know what I mean, hypotheses. It's not going to happen. This stream hits way harder if you're playing Burning Ranger on the Sega Saturn while you listen. I never even heard of that game. All the Japanese developers are backing Nintendo, and the Western developers are backing Microsoft. Yeah, the Japanese developers are not going to get away from Nintendo, but I did see a couple of, who did I see say that? It was one of the Japanese developers that said they want Nintendo to make a stronger console, because I'm guessing that they want to start porting a lot more of these games that will be coming on the Microsoft and the PlayStation. I forgot who said that though. I had it saved, but I didn't keep it. I thought it was a nothing burger. All right, let's get back to our notes. Yeah. So they're talking about what to expect from Sony at Gamescom, and I'm like, what do you mean expect? They're not even going to be there. Let's just say Microsoft, you idiots. With Xbox hitting its stride, are they poised to steal the spotlight from a quiet PlayStation once again? I'm sorry, but Xbox already stole. There's nothing to steal. Those 10 million PlayStation 5 sales are a lie. Majority of them are bots and scalpers. And you don't win a console war by having the most consoles sold. You win by software, hardware, and how much money you made. And Microsoft is destroying Sony when it pertains to that. My God, who created these rules that the winner is the person that sold the most consoles? Is it because of the PS2? That's the only time I ever heard this narrative when it pertains to gaming and what console won. Was back when the PlayStation 2, what I think is the most overrated console of all time, and the console that single-handedly destroyed gaming. If it wasn't for the Xbox 360, gaming would have been in the dumps. Imagine it was just PlayStation 3 and no Xbox 360. It would have been some dark times. It was a dark time. According to 222-page document shared during a Epic V during Apple trial, it appears Epic offered Sony $200 million to put 4 to 6 first-party games on the PC. I'm surprised Sony didn't take that deal because they're broke. But to be honest, 4 to 6 games for only $200 million, that's a joke. That's nothing. I saw one article saying, oh my God, Epic offered Sony so much money. And I said, $200 million for 4 to 6 games? That's a joke. So Epic Games would have made that money back in tenfold. And Sony would have just had a raggedy $200 million to spend it on Crunchyroll. Even Epic Games don't even respect Sony's games. Jesus Christ, what a joke. What else? Yeah. Where's multiplayer mode for The Last of Us 2? Yeah, where is it? Nobody cared. When Microsoft doesn't have couch co-op, all of a sudden, oh my God. Oh, this guy's having Ghost of Tsushima problems. I'm not concerned. I'm not surprised. My Ghost of Tsushima PS4 save is gone. I don't know where it is. Yeah. I was telling people on the stream the other day. You got to go all types of tricks and obstacle courses just to get to your save file from the PlayStation. It's just too much of a debacle. It's just too inconvenient. I'm sorry. I don't know why people are investing in PlayStation 5, like my guy Miguel. After I done said, don't do it. I'm not trolling here. I'm dead serious. I understand we bring a little bit of comedy. We laugh. I understand that I'm African-American, so we don't really listen to those type of people. But listen, I'm being dead 100% serious. Stay away from PlayStation. Invest in Nintendo. Invest in Xbox. You're going to get all of your gaming needs will be satisfied with just those two companies. PlayStation is not going to offer you nothing. Look at the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. It is nothing. It's a nothing burger. It's nothing. It's nothing. Look at Ratchet and Clank. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. Look at Returnal. It's absolutely nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's a waste of time. That's a waste of money more than time. But time is money. So you're wasting both. I'm not trolling. I'm serious. It's a joke. You're getting played over there at PlayStation. Another PlayStation game was canned over there at PlayStation. Games are getting canceled left and right, abandoned. This game, I never even seen this game before. It looks stupid. Doesn't even look like a game, to be honest with you. Thank God they canceled that. Oh, shout out to Brendan Fraser. I was just talking about Brendan Fraser with my sister the other day. He The Mummy was on, and he did this one movie called Bedazzled, I think it was called. It was a movie where he was able to get he was conjured, the devil came to him and he wanted to have these wishes to get this girl through the wishes. But it was a good movie. Go watch it with Brendan Fraser. Shout out to Brendan Fraser. He's so enthralled in his Nintendo Switch. I mean, look at him. Here's Brendan Fraser, so busy gaming, he doesn't even notice an interview has started. I mean, that's what Nintendo does. Nintendo is it sucks you in like some type of succubus. You know what I mean? You're that's why I get mad at Greg Miller and these Sony fanboys when they try to talk about certain moments in a video game. You know, where if you talk to a Nintendo guy, I'm pretty sure we could all bring up great moments in Zelda Breath of the Wild. You know, I remember the time I first got out and I just saw this open world and the game just said, go and do what you want to do. You're free to do whatever you want to do. You know, I remember burning stuff with Zelda Breath of the Wild for the first time. I remember grabbing an apple, burning it, and then cooking the apple. And I thought, oh my God, that was cool. I remember getting the sword, Zelda's sword and stuff. I remember getting his shield. I remember moments. But you know, I think Sony fanboys go a little bit too hard to try to prove that they were playing some crappy game. And I showed you guys in the last video with Greg Miller, he was going on this big whole diatribe. Yeah, I was in the shadows of Colossus, man. And remember the part when I was in the trials of tribulations, and then went to go get the mask of confusion, and I was just like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Sony exclusives ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 hours, you idiot. Yeah, I was taking on the trials of Icarus. I was like, what? But with Nintendo games, you get so hooked, you get so sucked into these worlds. You wake up, you realize you got to go to work. You're like, oh my God, you're late. You start your Saturday, Friday comes, you get off of work, you start playing the game, all of a sudden it's Monday. You go, what the hell? What happened? And with Brendan Fraser, he was so enthralled in the Nintendo Switch, he barely even knew he was on television. Let me go to my chat room real quick. He's a gamer. Gamers love Nintendo. Yeah. I have a feeling Sony's tried to secure the Monkey King trailer reveal as a Sony exclusive and failed. Sirion Games, we at the end of the podcast, we're going to talk gaming, and I want to talk about the Monkey King trailer. I'm a big hater when it comes to Monkey King games. I think they're all wrong, but I was watching this and I was coming in. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it at the end of the podcast. You guys can leave. We'll stop all the drama and the gossiping and the things like that. Those of you who will leave after that's over, the gamers will stay. And we're going to dive deep into that Monkey King. Yes. Thank you. Can't wait for Diamond and Pearl. Yeah. People are down here already excited for the new Nintendo games. And unlike Sony, I've never in my life heard somebody say, yo, oh my God, bro, I cannot wait to the launch of God of War, man. I can't wait, man. You'll see some fake tweets like we saw from Bussy Games. Yo, man, I can't wait to hop back into the Raptors cut, man. Iki Island, haptic feedback. You look at that and you go, this is bogus. This is bogus. But when somebody says, yo, I want to play Legends of Arceus now, I want it now, I believe them. When somebody says, me, after I got done playing the Tales of Arise demo, I said, man, I wish that bad boy was coming out right now. And I wish I had an Xbox so I can play the better looking version of the game on the Xbox. When somebody says, I'm looking to the Diamond and Pearl remake, I believe them. When somebody says, man, I'm looking for the new prep Metroid, what is it called? Metroid something. I forgot the name. I believe them. But when somebody says, man, I can't wait, man, to get into Iki Island, man, I gotta figure out what's going on in there, man. What's going on in Iki Island? I don't believe them. I'm like, what? Why? This was funny. The haunting will apparently be finished by this was, I guess Blue Box is making a game called The Hunting, and they're coming out with the I don't know. This whole Blue Box debacle is just concerning. It just really shows you how terrible Sony is as a company. It really just shows you how terrible they are as a company. You drop Japanese games that made complete games, unbroken games, the best games for your console, and you got rid of them, but you went ahead and picked up Housemarque and Blue Box, put them in the Blue Box. What's that from? Yeah. All right. Let's get back to let's the title says the title of this video is what? 343 Studios and Gamepass is making Microsoft look real bad right now. Earlier this week, there was a big debacle over there at Square Enix and the creators of Outriders. Outriders was a game that was created by Square Enix, and I believe it was put on Gamepass at launch. And the Outriders developer says it doesn't know how many copies the game has sold and hasn't earned any royalties from the game, suggesting it hasn't been profitable for publishers Square Enix. When this article came out, best and believe the Sony fanboys poked their little heads up, and they automatically started to use this as ammo to say that getting access to free games for $9.99 a month is bad. Game Pass is failing developers. Game Pass is anti-developer. And when I saw this, I don't say much. I usually say, when I go on Twitter, I'm talking about stupid stuff, you know. But when I do see things, I make a mental note, put it in my bookmarks, and I'll save it for the show that we can go ahead and discuss this. Has Game Pass let Square Enix and Outriders down? Have they? Early in the week, we had one of our Xbox. I don't know what he is. He's probably just a gamer. Might be an idol worshiper at best. And I said that with the utmost respect. What is this grinder? What is this? What is this thing they're using right here? What is that thing that these people are now? This new social media website that these guys are getting on. What is this guy? What is this called, guys? I said it earlier, but I forgot the name. Clubhouse, right? Clubhouse? Is that what it is? Square Enix, like Square Enix now? Game Pass killed my dog. Yeah. Yeah. Everything is Square. Everything is Game Pass's fault. You know, everything's Microsoft's fault. So they went on the Clubhouse. I believe this is Clubhouse. I'm not sure. I would never go on a site that I couldn't get money. I would never do. I don't know if they do can make money. They're building up the Clubhouse, and Clubhouse is offering nothing but spying on them. Sony fanboys quickly jumped to, and they had over 110 plus members, and the PlayStation community was caking together to talk and listen about Xbox. Must be really dry on the other side. Yeah, it is really dry. It is really dry. If you this news, the news about Halo not having couch co-op and is the same. That news dropped the same day that Ghost of Tsushima came out. I'm sorry, but if any game that I'm allegedly looking hyped up for, I'm going to miss the news. I'm going to miss it. Why? Because I'll be too busy enthralled within my game. Yeah, I know how I get down when one of the games that I'm looking forward to play, like Monster Hunter Stories 2, you barely even saw me. My podcasts were 30 minutes long compared to doing them for an hour. I was every 5 minutes I was posting clips of what I was doing in Monster Hunter Stories 2. Showing everybody the new eggs and the new monsters that I was collecting. And these dudes have all this freaking free time, all the time, where they can open up social media apps and just talk for hours about Xbox. And I have yet to see any of the Xbox fanboys do this. And Sony comes out with some of the worst news known to man. And I have yet to see Xbox or Nintendo fanboys do this. I mean, like, you would see things coming from Sony that are extremely concerning. You'd be like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then they grab this, and then hours of grown men babbling over a microphone. And hundreds of PlayStation fans sitting up in there listening. Wow. I didn't even get to what I even thought about the situation, but I just want to point some things out. Yeah. Oh, and look at this. Look at this, guys. PlayStation fanboys. I'm telling you guys, y'all need to stop. You need to stop because they're coming for you. When the ban hammer comes, you guys are going to be the first ones to get it. Explaining why Game Pass is hurting developers, right? And you guys are sitting up in here, and look who's down here at the bottom. Y'all don't even see that little description there. I don't know if I could zoom in. Here it is. Ooh, look at that. Look who's in there. Look who's in there. Mr. Oh, the fanboy wars this is toxic, man. Look who's there. Y'all know who that is? I did about a couple of videos on this guy. And look who's up in there in y'all little PlayStation gathering. Uh-oh. You know he's recording, and you know he's snitching, and he's going to use that as footage and as bait to try to bring more censorship to gamers. And try to prove that there's a problem with gamers. I saw that in Free Guys. I saw they were trying to put the negative stigma on gamers. Oh, gamers, they live with their moms, they're nerds, they're trolls. Oh my God, you got to go see Free Guys and how they try to display you guys to make it seem like we're not, what we did to The Last of Us 2 wasn't something that needed to be done. No, those were just trolls that did that. You got to go see how they depict the gamer in Free Guy. I found it extremely offensive. I didn't even give my thoughts on what I thought of this whole Game Pass and Square Enix debacle. There was one thing that I agreed upon. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, now this is the one thing that I did agree upon when I first saw that Outriders and Game Pass and all this. And, you know, Destin, I think he used to work at at IGN. And I think he ran a corner on IGN. I don't know. I've seen the guy around, but I really don't know what he did. So I don't want to put a label on him. But I know IGN was the first website that I saw that ran the console war. These were influencers who had a popular website, and they were creating their own little separate podcast where they would just talk about PlayStation, and it was ran by Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty, and they were just on there just praising the PlayStation 3. And as we all know, the PlayStation 3 was one of the worst gaming consoles ever. It was so bad. It nearly destroyed gaming. And I'm pretty sure Destin had an Xbox section. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know for sure, but I know he is giving off the illusion, or people are perceiving him to be an pro Xbox journalist. So a lot of people had tagged him, getting tagged on a lot of anti-Game Pass posts today. Square has said Avengers, Hitman, Tomb Raider, and Outriders are not profitable enough. Outrider devs, People Can Fly, point to Game Pass, but has no idea how their game sold. How? What's happening at Square? I thought that was the same. I believe the same thing, because the reason I say that, because I remember this Outriders, I have a very, very, very good memory. And I remember Outriders was saying that it was successful. Square Enix believes Outriders Xbox Game Pass launch has paid off. I remember that. I remember that there was an article that came out and said that the deal with Game Pass was an extreme success. Not only that, not just them. I even saw people across the Sony. Sony even said, hold on. Let's see if I can find the rigmarole. Hold on. I remember even Sony said, just last week we did a video, and Sony said, Sony announced its PF number sale, saying putting MLB on Xbox was a good move. It wasn't Sony though that made that decision. It was MLB The Show and the Major League Baseball Association. Sony had nothing to do with it, but now they want to take all the credit. Oh, we were just ahead of our times. We just no. You came out and you said it wasn't your idea to do it. Now you're like, yeah, ah. Yeah, MLB Show was an extreme success. Story cross-platform debut on the Xbox Series S this year's with the top-selling game in the United States. All thanks to Game Pass. So when I saw that article of Outriders coming out and getting upset at Game Pass, I was just like, that sounds like you need to talk to Square Enix. If you're not getting compensated, you need to go talk to Square Enix. You shouldn't take that up with Phil Spencer and Microsoft. When you already came out and said that it was sustainable, now you're going to take it back? Listen, if Game Pass is the problem, then Game Pass is the problem. But I'm sorry, you guys already jumped the broom and said, hey, Game Pass is great. Not only that, we're seeing Sony is saying that Game Pass is a great idea. And I remember seeing articles where, yeah, there's more. Here's more. But wait, there's more. Outriders has now surpassed Borderlands 2 and 3 and all-time high on and all-time highs on Steam. You need to talk to Square Enix. Outriders soars up sales charts despite launch on Xbox Game Pass. And according to the charts, it actually performs similar to the PlayStation version. Oh. 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 Even with the assistance of Game Pass. Oh, Sony fanboys, you're so pathetic. Outriders, you're pathetic. I'm going to come out and say, you're pathetic. You're not losing money because of Game Pass. If it wasn't for Game Pass, nobody would have played your stupid game because the PlayStation fanboys didn't even support it. Even with the assistance of Game Pass, $9.99, free access to games, hundreds of games, some of the best games known to man, hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay. Excuse me, millions upon millions of hours of gameplay, total hours of games that they have on there. But you got the Game Pass for free. You got the game for free because of Game Pass. And the numbers were still the same on the PlayStation. And they don't even have a Game Pass equivalent. Where are the Sony fanboys? Why are they not buying games? What's going on? Do they like video games? I need to have a Sony fanboy come on this podcast and explain, why are you not buying your games? Outriders, just climbing the charts, passing Cyberpunk. Square Enix says Outriders is a hit in its next big franchise. Yeah, what's going on? Outriders, you're going to have to talk to Square Enix. As a sharp sales boost, thanks to Xbox Game Pass, isn't necessarily unique for Grand Theft Auto 5 either. The service has regularly helped give a jolt to smaller titles, and their inclusion with the subscriptions open them up to a broader audience. That's what Game Pass is supposed to do. Game Pass is bringing in gamers and expanding the audience, bringing in people are getting access to games. At the end of the day, that's what's important. But for some strange reason, the Sony fanboy has this allergic reaction when it pertains to gaming. They have a problem with people paying $9.99 a month and getting access to over hundreds of games and enjoying the games. That bothers them, And this is supposed to be the gaming community. Supposed to be. But yes, Game Pass is supposed to broaden the horizons for especially for smaller titles, but even for Grand Theft Auto 5, it was able to bring in more players to Grand Theft Auto 5, bringing a sales jolt to Grand Theft Auto 5. Thanks to Game Pass. A lot of people are getting the game, playing the games, and then, then they can go, hey, well, I like this game. Let me go ahead and buy it. Or, hey, I don't like this game. I'm going to go ahead and move on. But I would prefer for more people to try my game than for it to sit and clog up the PlayStation bargain bins all over the world. That's what I would prefer. Not only that, you'll be compensated by Microsoft because they would be paying you to put their game on the store. Compared to Sony, where you got to pay them $25,000 just so you can get some little emblem on the store. And indie developers all over the world are just praising Microsoft's business strategy when it pertains to Game Pass and the way that they run their business in comparison to PlayStation. And yet PlayStation sitting here and telling their developers to be daring. I believe that the Game Pass debacle, just like the couch co-op debacle, is a nothing burger. Try again, Sony fanboys. I don't think the Sony fanboy has any room to be talking when the PlayStation is nothing more than an unmitigated disaster. All right, I'm ending the episode from there. That's it. It's over. It's over. The episode's over. I proved my point. Case closed. What I say goes. What they say trolls. Now do I have your attention? Do I have your attention now? I was a troll just 3 weeks ago, was I not? All right, the show's over. Now I'm going to spend this time to focus on the real gamers. There's only about 5 of us in here. Let me go to my chat room. How did you got? The show's over, guys. You can leave now. We're going to start focusing on games now. PlayStation is the king of Twitter. Yeah. When GTA 5 and Skyrim get to re-release for next gen means that the developers are out of ideas. Yo, go watch Free Guys. Go watch Free Guys. Yeah. Saron, absolutely. Luken Lonker, what's up, buddy? Get the trolls out of here. I just want to focus on this segment of the show. We talk about video games. Because I understand the console war, and I don't consider it to be the console war. I don't consider it to be the crumb side of YouTube. I consider what I'm doing is the Lord's work. Somebody has to take it to Sony, and everybody seems too afraid to do so. Everybody's walking on eggshells. They're so worried about what their subscribers and things are going to say. I don't. I do the Most High's work. I don't do my work for man, and I say that respectfully. I know Zoib is going to hate me on this, but I'm playing BioShock. Hey, enjoy. I actually wanted to get into BioShock. I believe it's on the Nintendo Switch. I actually do want to get into it. But I just never have. I remember BioShock came out around the same time Skyrim came out when I first got my Xbox 360, but I wanted an RPG. So I got Oblivion. Did I say Skyrim? I meant to say Oblivion. Whatever. Excited for SMT5. Yeah. There's so many games coming out for the Nintendo, and I believe that you are excited for SMT5. There's so many games coming out on Nintendo Switch you forget sometimes, right? You be like, oh my God, I forgot about SMT5. Oh my God. With PlayStation, you'd be like, you try to think about what games are coming. You're like, what's coming? And don't you hate when a Sony fanboy tells you what game is coming, and it's like, well, what the hell is that? Hello, Kaina. You'd be like, I remember they did that to me. I think it was like a year ago. I was like, PlayStation ain't got no games. And they got so mad because I didn't know that Dreams was coming. I was like, Dreams? Dreams? But listen, I was hating, yo. Hold on. Here you go. For all the haters. And trust me, there's more. So, do you think the Nintendo Switch is better than the PlayStation 1? No. PlayStation 1. My only problem with Nintendo Switch is they're sequels, you know. It's nothing but sequels. And there's nothing wrong with sequels. I want sequels to Pokemon. I want sequels to Shin Megami Tensei. I want sequels to Monster Hunter Stories. I want sequels to Zelda Breath of the Wild. Even though Zelda is, I think Zelda Breath of the Wild is an original game. You know, I think even though it is using the Zelda character. But with the PlayStation 1, it was just so many games at that time. It was just so new. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, like, should you might have a point because Final Fantasy 7 ain't Final Fantasy 1, but still, it's with Final Fantasy. They're every story is a whole new experience, except for the modern day Final Fantasies. They're making sequels to those, which they shouldn't. But it was like, you know, it just everything felt so new. It wasn't just a sequel to a game that was already out. So that was one of the reasons why I will penalize the Nintendo Switch. I still have the 3DS over the Nintendo Switch because the 3DS has a lot of original titles. Ever Oasis, so many games. Yokai Watch was given birth on the DS. So many games, original titles that I can't think of right now because there's so many. You know what I mean? And not only that, so many great sequels as well. Shin Megami Tensei 4. You know, so you know. So yes, I can't put nothing over the PS1. PS1 is the GOAT. PS1, Sega Dreamcast. Dreamcast was another console that had all these new games, you know. 3DS, and then Nintendo Switch, and then PSP. I love the PSP. Yeah. So yeah, now's your time to ask questions if you have any questions. And I want you guys to check this out, man. And then we're gonna get up out of here. I don't want to waste your time too much. Luckily, I'm way past, and I'm super past. What is that game called? Now I'm tongue twisted. Monster Hunter Stories. And I'm not going to pick up a new game because I don't believe in playing games. I don't believe in stop. I used to just, like, back in the day, I used to waste. Hold on.
Glory.
Damn it. Yeah, back in the day, I would miss out on so many games because games would release. And I would stop playing that game and play the new game, and then I'll stop playing that game and go play the new game. But now I believe in just playing one game and just finish it all the way through. Then I can move on. Then I can put like a review on Tumblr or Twitter and things of that such. But Tales of Arise is coming out in a couple of weeks, so that's going to be my next game. So I'm kind of holding off on playing anything new right now. But I want you guys to check this out, man. What do y'all think about this, man? I was hating at first, as I usually do. Yeah, Dreamcast, Facts, Fire. Dragon Ball Fusion. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to play that, but I really do. The only Bro type games I refuse to play are cutscene simulators and modern Sony exclusives. That's basically Sony exclusives. PS1, this is Zelda machines. PS1, N64, Genesis, Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, GameCube. Super Nintendo is dope too. Even though I didn't get a chance to really, I didn't know what to buy for the Super Nintendo. I used to always go up in there and ask the GameStop employee, and Metroid, Super Metroid, and Zelda Link to the Past. and Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Whatchamacallit? Turtles in Time. Those are like the only games that I played on that bad boy, on the Mario game that came with it. But yes, yeah, that's a good list. But I missed out on a lot of Nintendo consoles. Nintendo Switch is the only console I played since the Super Nintendo. So I missed out on the N64. I missed out on the GameCube. My mom had the Wii, but I would have to go to her house to play it. And I missed out on a lot of Nintendo consoles. But the handhelds, I didn't miss not one. I had them all. All different versions of them. I love handheld gaming so much. Check this out, guys. Butterflies in the sky. I can go very high. Hey, it's in a book, a picture book. I might be going too far back. Don't look at my my notes. Black Myth, Wukong, some type of Sun Wukong Monkey King game. And at first I was like, whatever. It had the Unreal Engine 5. And a lot of the previous Monkey King games, I wasn't really feeling them. Even Odyssey to the West, I wasn't really feeling. It was kind of like an Uncharted type of game. But I saw this and I was hating, but then I was just like, oh my God, this looks really good. It's Black Myth Wukong, and this is the Unreal Engine 5 gameplay trailer. Now, what we saw, what Sony showed us, it was some type of walking straight simulator. That's the reason why they were able to show off the triangles and this stuff like that, and everything was looked real detailed and things of that such. But now we're actually getting a full grasp of what the Unreal Engine really is. And I still hate the Unreal Engine to this day. They did an amazing job with Dragon Quest XI. I know I'm talking gaming right now, but I told you the show was over. This is only for the 5 people, the real die-hard 5 people that I know that love video games. So I'm going really geeky and nerdy right now. So if you drop out, I don't blame you because I never really expected you to be a gamer anyway. But anyway, one of the main, and then when I look at this trailer, I'm going to point it out. And this is why I could not get behind Unreal Engine, man, or even just these engines that they use. They make it real dark. And the number one thing that I hate, let's check this out. Check this out, guys. What y'all think, man? Do you think they're going to do Monkey King right on this one? You think they're going to do Monkey King good on this one? And this is the thing I have a problem with this whole Unreal Engine or whatever. I hate this gray. Every time I see this gray, it just takes me out of the experience. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if I like color. And I know you guys like to pick and choose when color is good. Like when that's whatever that guy is on the Game Over Greggy kind of funny games. He was marveling over the colors in Ghost of Tsushima. And you know, you guys like to love and pick and choose, right? When it's your favorite game or a game you're looking forward to, oh my God, you're a weeaboo and whatever. But it's just that gray. It bothers me. It looks like a freaking Brillo pad. Check this out, guys. What y'all think? They're going to do the Monkey King right on this one? Huh? You think they're going to do my boy Monkey? I like this. I like this so much. I was coming in to hate, even though I saw the gray. Who's making this game? China? That's nice. That's nice. Even though it's gray, I like it. It's nice. I like it. I like it. Is it too low? Look at this guy with his head missing. Some type of headless ghoul. I love this. I love this. I love this. I like that Chinese music. Look at this guy. He's like a Sony fanboy. Look at the Sony fanboy. Look at this, guys. Very cool. Check this out, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Sun Wukong. Zobi 70. Yeah. I don't like the gray. I really don't, but I get it. Check this out, guys. Kuan Yin. Okay, it's a walking straight simulator so far, but listen, check it out. It looks good. This game has promise. This stuff, this means nothing to me. All this means nothing to me. I just wanted to see the gameplay. And we're going to get to the gameplay very soon. Look at Zobi. Oh, a Sony fanboy. Look at him. Oh my God, it's Zobi. I hate you. A ghoul. That's cool. Let's get him. Let's get him. Say it. Oh. Never take your eye off your opponent, even if you bow. Yeah, just leave him. He's a nerd. This game might be lit, yo. This game might be lit at $9.99. I don't know, but I have a hard time. Ever since Gamepass came out, I have a hard time taking chances on games. You know, look, this gameplay is lit. This gameplay is lit, though. It's Dark Souls. Look. It's Dark Souls. Will this game have RPG mechanics? If not, it's gonna be off the bargain bin for me. If it's an RPG, I'm totally behind it. Woo! It's like Monster Hunter too. It's kind of like Monster Hunter with the enemies doing all these type of wacky stuff. I like that dip. That dipping mechanic is cool. I like this too. He put some type of force field down, took his drink of his potion, and it got back to the combat. Very good. I like that dip. I don't know, guys. I think this looks very promising. I didn't see past this part. Let me see something here. Huh? Some type of talking bird. A demonic bird. These creatures used to exist back in the day, guys. These are real creatures. Okay, now we're in bat vision. Ooh, Dragon's Dogma going to be looking like this. Dragon's Dogma 2. A dragon. Ooh, it's like Monster Hunter, yo. Nice. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? You think I'm a little too hyped? I think this looks very promising. It's very long. Hold on, there's more content here. He's fighting this dragon. I don't want to watch the whole fight because I want to leave some for the spoilers. This looks beautiful. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I just wanted to end the show with that. It did the Monkey King right. Yeah. Yeah. Dragon's Dogma 2 better have more colors. Yo, I can't wait till they announce the new Dragon's Dogma 2, bro. Combat looks fun, but I hope it has a lot of exploration. Yeah. Yeah, me too, man. I'm going to keep my eye on it, man. I saw some things that I thought was extremely promising. And I did see some things that were extremely concerning as well. But it looks like a well-polished, well-made game. And I usually hate on Monkey King games. I see them and I start sticking my nose up in the air and I go, nope, that's not it. That's not right. But he's fighting dragons, other monkeys. There's going to be all types of demons. Like my man said, hopefully we can get some exploration and RPG mechanics as well. If I don't have any RPG elements, it's trash. Yeah, if there are not any RPG elements, we're out. We're not in. Combat looks fun, but I hope that it has a lot. Oh yeah, we read that one. Sorry. You're in Punishment? Cool. This is a game where the gameplay looks sort of garbage, but it's good. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean, 10. Like these guys that would prefer, more casualized experience. They think that, seeing a woman buff and, all that is in choking some type of zombie-like creature. And when you just press triangle and it does it. But listen, when I look at it, I go, ooh, I see the game here. You know what I mean? When I was looking at that and how I know what you mean. I go, okay, I see the game here. And this is what makes me go, okay, this is going to be pretty fun. It's going to be this is going to be good. I think it's going to be cool. Needs crafting and demon collecting. Yeah, that's if it has crafting, picking up materials to create different armor sets, and demon collecting, it's lit. and yeah, it has to have RPG elements because the Monkey King has such an array list of talents. You know what I'm saying? He has the ability to transform. He has over 72 different transformations. He has the power of the wind elements. He has that pole. If there's no RPG mechanics, then I'm sorry, but this game is if this is system structure, if you see like Sony fanboys and Xbox fanboys getting behind it, then it's going to be garbage. Yes, 72 different forms of transformation. Doesn't he have different animal forms? Yes, he has 72 different forms of transformation. And you got that pole. That pole has so many magic deities to it as well. You're able to do all different skills with it. That's the 72 different transformations are basically what you see Goku do when he transforms into these different forms and things of that such. Or you might see Zobi 70. He has so many different transformations where I could be talking about anime. I could be talking about Sony. I could be talking about conspiratorial type of things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's very deep, and I'm looking forward to this game. Hold on, let me pause this before it moves on to my notes. Boom. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I see about 30 people left after we started talking about some real video games, which is understandable, which is very understandable, oh no, pause. Dang it, I'm showing off notes here. Look, violence in Chicago, 70 shot over the weekend. This conspiratorial podcast is going to get us in a lot of trouble, guys. It's going to get us in a lot of trouble, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. How do I get rid of this screen? Let's see that. Let's go back to here. This game looks very good, very promising. I'm excited. All right, guys. Yeah, your homework for today is to go see Free Guy. Any way that you can go see it, go see it now. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're participating in that poll. What is the poll? What does the poll say, guys? What does the poll say, guys? Should Microsoft delay Halo Infinite for no campaign co-op at launch? 45% of the people say yes, and 55% of the people say no. Well, it's basically down the line. Some people say yes, delay it, and some people say no. Wow. I got to be honest, I was expecting a lot of people to say yes. Yeah. Very good. Very good. But make sure you're hitting the like button and make sure you're sharing this video because, like I said, they're against us. So we're going to have to work together as a unit. But thank you so much for the donations. Everybody that donated. I hope I didn't miss your donates. Sun Wukong has so many abilities. I want to work for them, not given to me. Yeah. Earl, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, if they have Flying Nimbus. Yeah, oh yeah, that's another thing. Flying Nimbus. You got your pole, and then the Monkey King has his skills. He's able to take, in order for him to take his Jewish transformation, he's able to take over a piece of his own fur or whatever, boom, and then blow into it. And then he can conjure up some type of thing to fight side by side, another monkey to fight side by side with him. So it's like a, what do you call that? They used to do that in Dragon Ball Z where they would make multiple bodies come up out of their cells. But Dragon Ball Z used to be so deep back in the day. Remember, they used to have Piccolo would have like 3 or 4 Piccolos come out. And he would fight 3 or 4 Piccolos at one time. I know they took that out of the Toonami version, so you guys probably wouldn't know. But for those of us who go way back in Dragon Ball Z, when they were doing some real profound, deep stuff, you know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about? When the marble mouths like it, then don't buy it. Yeah. Tien did it too. Yeah, Monkey King has that ability where he's able to take his fur and then make a clone, like a shadow clone, like Naruto, and it would fight side by side with him. You know what I'm saying? So if we get skills like that where we can unlock all types of swanky new skills, this game's going to be lit. It has to have RPG mechanics. McDonald's just got 70 extra. Yo, crazy. Yeah. Dragon Ball used to be so cool. It's not cool anymore. It's a joke. All people care about is Vegeta getting his coming ups. That's all people care about. And when the next transformation is going to happen. It's a joke. Dragon Ball is a joke now. It's a joke. It's the worst it's ever been. But anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much.